I actually forgot to start recording. But anyway, can't really explain all the stuff right now regarding that. But it's a case where I can't switch the orphan basically, so I'm still bound to where I currently live. And as soon as it's finished, or as soon as I only have like an appointment every like 8 or 12 weeks or something, I can actually move out and I'm not bound to where I live anymore right now. So that's also what I'm kind of waiting for right now. I'm just trying to spend my time in a nice way in the meantime. Even Sky donated $1k to the prize pool, so he should have played well, I think. Yeah, but still, we just don't know why 120 did it. And it's pointless to continue talking about it without knowing that. Can you up your voice, please? Be more excited about what you're saying, please. I am usually doing fights and such, but right now it's like... it's a standard kind of early game. OrcWorker going for the 1-bar attack. But the thing is... I guess if you're used to the casting from Back to Warcraft, it's just something different here, because in general, I just don't like hype everything up so incredibly much. I'm not saying that their casting is bad. Their casting is quite good, I think. The thing is, it's just, I think there are like different kinds of casting, and I prefer a more like analytical approach instead of just hyping stuff up. And that's why I also just don't like streaming around and such so much. It's just not really my thing. I also want to provide an alternative to other casts in that regard. Anyway, the OrcWorker went for Circular Dust first, of course selling the TP, which is kind of standard, and picked off the High Priest here, getting a Repulsion Potion, so he basically didn't pay anything for that, because Repulsion Potion balanced the loss of HP and mana out again. Now we'll be able to pick off the Archer before it can run into the creeps, there we go. And Remind, in the meantime, he just got the rest of the camp, securing his own level 2. So that is looking decent for a Remind so far. OrcWorker went for the 1-bar attack, didn't get punished for it, so that's also nice for him. Remind now attacking as well. OrcWorker of course slightly ahead because of that 1-bar attack. And OrcWorker now nicely read Remind here. So as soon as Remind left this, Remind thought that OrcWorker would be going for the High Priest here, but that's actually not the case. OrcWorker instead taking the risk, going for the Augmenter, and that's working out perfectly so far. Getting the Scroll of the Beast, not selling it immediately, will maybe just sell it at his Voodoo launch here. Maybe we'll keep it. Probably will sell it though. There we go, he's getting healings off right now. Not getting it cancelled, but now the Demon Hunter's here to cancel it. Accidentally fully ran into him. Was not so nice, that's 66 gold gone, I mean. And let's see now, OrcWorker needs some proper timing to get healing and such going. Boots of speed now as well for him, so he can chase the Demon Hunter quite well, and Demon Hunter can't really trade against him right now. It's also not a good trade for Demon Hunter, because he will lose a lot of Moonwell trees, whereas OrcWorker just uses a healing salve nonetheless. But actually, Demon Hunter seems to still be winning that trade, but with the grunts coming in now, that's no problem at all. You talk too much? I don't even know what to say to that. I'm freaking casting a game. What do you expect me to do? Just watch it and not talk? Doesn't really make so much sense. I think the sense of casting is about talking, so sorry bro. If you don't enjoy it, leave. You're free to do so. But anyway, TC's coming in, Bestiary Spirit Lodge as well. Just the standard kind of stuff, nothing else to really be expected at this level of play here. And Remind going for the early tier 3 tech, Ancient of Wind as well, getting his Beastmaster now too. And the Staff of Teleportation, so he does want to go into some base harassment, try to cancel something, but will he be able to do that in time? That is the question here. OrcWorker already preparing for it with having his grunts near his base, trying to block the entrance here, already putting a Pian into the burrow as well, into the second one too. Now Remind still got a healing potion and Staff of Preservation. He will be able to staff into here with the Staff of Teleportation, but I'm afraid that he actually is too late to really still cancel the Spirit Lodge. At least I think so. Yeah, and he's not even trying to staff in right now. OrcWorker's 1-bar attack really paid off quite well. And there's nothing Remind can do. Remind really wanted to go for the base harassment there. Didn't find any opening though, so that was rather bad for him there. But still, investing into the self-teleportation is not too bad in the long run either. Because then while he's fighting, let's say he's fighting up here, he can just have his Demon Hunter out and staff back in again immediately. So that's also nice. While, of course, healing up when he's in his base. And OrcWorker now, he just wants to try to secure some creeping while also denying the creeping of Remind if possible. But Remind, he's already going to get quite some creeping done. Will be getting the Augmenter here. OrcWorker will not be able to arrive there in time, he doesn't have a Windwalk anyway. And OrcWorker actually didn't get Aura first, he had Shockwave first, it seems like. Or maybe he misclicked and Stomp, I don't know. But it's weird that he didn't go for Aura first. He got a Tome of Experience though for his TC, so that's really quite nice for him. This time it's looking much better for OrcWorker regarding hero levels compared to last game. But even though hero levels were really good for Remand last game and he got a cancel on Spirit Lodge, OrcWorker still managed to win the game. And this time it's looking even better for OrcWorker this early and mid game. So if OrcWorker plays like he did last game, it's looking very promising for him. But Remind now, he wants to find another opening in the base. Blightmaster is ready to defend though, and probably can't really do so much here. Remind last game lost his TP due to this kind of harassment timing, and it also kind of cost him the game, because then he didn't have a TP when he got caught in a bad spot. Let's see if that's gonna be the case again. OrcWorker though, this time he's doing something different. This time he's not going for a straight up defense, instead he's going for an offensive defense basically, forcing Remind back into here. Beastmaster has to run though, that's one Moonwell down. Remind still not supply block though, since he's only at 31 supply. Can still get the Orb of Venom, Tinker and all the stuff as well, but that Beastmaster might be in trouble. Speed Scroll to get the second Raider there in time. Will not be able to arrive there in time though, and the Demon Hunter is already coming to try to save the Beastmaster. Will at least get the Quillbeast though for some additional experience, so that's also not too bad. Now for Remind, he just needs to wait for his Master upgrade. He has the Orb of Venom already, and he will now try to creep this out. It's a very, very defensive spot to take, so he should be able to take it without too many troubles at all. Whereas OrcWorker, he wants to try to secure double level 3 if possible. Would be really nice for him to get there. And for now it's 47 against 35 supply, which is pretty standard though for this matchup, because Remind just invested into Orb of Venom and tier 3 tech instead, as well as staff and all that sort of stuff. Now Remind, he got healing wards, which is actually really damn nice for him. Almost losing a talent to the creeps here, 2 HP left. And OrcWorker now, instead of trying to creep this aggressively, for example, he actually is going for the Goblin Lab instead, also just taking a safe camp, because he's so close to double level 3 and he will get it from this camp, I believe. At least the level 3 TC, level 3 blade as well probably. Yeah, definitely actually. So he just wants the double level 3 before he goes for a fight, because Remind is pretty much ready for a fight anyway with Master Talents, and able to get the Tinker as well. OrcWorker, then again, he's also giving Remind more time. Book of the Dead for OrcWorker, it can have value, but one Wisp Detonate and it's gone, so he will... Well, selling it would be the safer call. Keeping it would be a very risky call, but it could also heavily pay off. So we will have to see what he decides to go for in that regard. Now Remind on the other side, got a Linehorn with Stonewind, definitely not the best item here, but it's also still not too bad, especially considering that he has so many units. But now Remind is pretty much ready, he still has to get his Tinker though. And OrcWorker is chilling around the tavern here, so no good chance for Remind to get the Tinker so far. And OrcWorker is sort of baiting him, there we go, but OrcWorker still doesn't really want to get into the fight right now. He keeps the Book of the Dead, so he does actually want to use it. Not sure if Remind was able to check the inventory of the TC yet. Because if he didn't do that yet, then he does know about the Book of Dead, and then he will not have a Wisp prepared. There we go, this Wisp prepared already does, so I guess he does know about it. So the Book of the Dead might be completely worthless. We will have to see. Maybe just some additional experience for the Night Elf heroes. For his Trouble Circle for Remind as well. Nice addition to his army there. It's 56 against 50 supply. And the fight's breaking out. Instant focus on the Demon Hunter. Instant Invul Potion for the Demon Hunter, for the Blightmaster, I mean, as well. To make sure that he does not get Cyclone to be able to get the full damage output on the Demon Hunter. But there was the counter Invul Potion as well, so he's still quite fine. Nice fighting position for Remind so far. No more shockwaves. and no Book of the Dead being used as well because of the Wisps being around. But the Demon Hunter, he has to be careful. There's a staff on the Beastmaster though, so the Demon Hunter should be fine. There's a lot of Ensnare on the Hunter though. There's the first critical strike. It's not continued being Ensnared though, so he can get staffed out either way. There we go, get staffed out. Beastmaster though has to be careful. Can he pull the TP in time? He pulls the TP in time. And that was a very, very good fight for Remind so far, I would say. Because OrcWorker lost almost all of his mana on his Spirit Walkers. He actually did not pull his PNs for this fight either. Because he's just very low on PNs actually. Or did he have PNs in this fight? He's definitely very low on PNs in his main base, so he can't really pull those anyway. Now it's 50 supply against 49, with OrcWorker not having too big of a bank. And Remind now healing up again with that healing ward. That's why it's also so nice, it's just quite some free healing. OrcWorker knows about this though. So he knows that Remind wants to try to secure the red spot right now, and OrcWorker definitely has to do something about that. TP again for Remind as well as a heal scroll. Nothing on the Tinker to keep him safe though. No invul potions or healing potions. So hero focus might be the way to go for OrcWorker. He hits Fairy Dragon as well, which might hurt Spirit Walkers quite a bit. But again, instant hero focus on the Tinker, instant invul potion again on the Blade Master to make sure that he does not get cycloned. Now there's more than enough Ensnare to take care of that Tinker, but actually he got out of the Ensnare, still didn't staff him in time though. The critical strike finished him off. Demon has to be careful, gets staffed out at this point here, but this is a really, really good opening to that fight for OrcWorker. Now he will also be able to pick off both Fairy Dragons, it looks like. And Remind trying to somehow get back into this fight. He doesn't just want to lose his Fairy Dragons for free. But this now again might cost him another TP even. There's the Book of the Dead. OrcWorker really wants to have the decision here now. And the Beastmaster is completely stuck because of the illusions and the Book of the Dead. He will definitely have to pull the TP. Will he pull it in time though? Blade Master not hitting the Beast. What is he doing? If the Blade Master would have hit the Beastmaster, he could have maybe gotten a lucky critical strike and killed him before he pulled the TP. But either way, it works out for OrcWorker. He will still be able to get some nice Ensnares. Actually, doesn't seem to be the case. I guess he had Ensnare on cooldown. He had a nice opening though. Also got the invul potion and heal scroll from his opponent's shop. So no heal scroll or invul potion anymore for Remind. TP is also gone. He only has one healing potion. Wants to get items here now, but heal scroll and invul potion are both on cooldown, so he can't get anything there. OrcWorker knows that he has some time because of that, so he just wants to secure his double level 4 before he starts another fight. Will be critical strike level 2 as well as aura level 2, which is quite a big deal. Ring of Protection plus 2, not the best item here though. Blade Master so far only having a circlet and the boots, so he's quite unfortunate there. Remind now, he invested into a heal scroll, nothing else. No TP, no invul potion, so this might be the last fight of the game. But OrcWorker, he's just creeping more. He wanted to trade some creeps. But now Remind actually is in the base. So Remind will get some nice economy damage done here, will at least pick one burrow off, as well as the Raider here, but he has to make sure that he gets out of this bad position here, because OrcWorker is about to join the fight, at least with the Blade Master and the Raider so far. And Remind has to get out of here, he's getting blocked by the PNs actually. And Remind now, he has a really bad fighting position, that Shockwave will hurt. He does not have mana for a Shockwave now. So, no Shockwave sadly, for OrcWorker it would have been the most skillful Shockwave ever in this game. But now the fight is breaking out, Talon's getting picked off rather fast. Remind just got a very, very bad fighting position here, and killing the burrows is nice and all, but OrcWorker is still not supply blocked, so that doesn't really matter so much. And he has to try to keep his Demon Hunter alive somehow, but there's too much Ensnare. There's a Dispel as well, there's the backstab from the Windwalk. Demon Hunter dies, 52 against 39 supply now, and OrcWorker, again, he's just rolling over Remind. OrcWorker really just seems to have the edge over Remind in this game here. In his best of 3 series rather. It's already 1-0 for OrcWorker, so if he still wins this one now, and it looks very much like it, with the Tinker now dying as well probably. Blade Master actually can't get the hit. Tinker still dies though, Demon Hunter got staffed out, but there's nothing to save the Beastmaster. He's surrounded, there's the staff in again. Is there maybe a second staff of preservation? There is not. Beastmaster will die. This will be the 2-0 for OrcWorker. So for once we will actually not have a Night of Mirror Grand Final in this Gera Cup. But instead, Orc versus Nihilov. It's OrcWorker against either Sonic or Foggy. I'm not sure yet who won between Foggy and Sonic. Or is Remind still able to get back into this game? Very unlikely, I think. Because Blade and TC are close to level 5 now as well. I guess the game is not completely over yet, but it's still pretty much over, to be quite honest. There's just almost no way for Remind to still come back into this game. OrcWorker still has full map control, still, again, got a heal scroll and the invul potion from Remind shop, and now will be able to secure this red spot as well. And if he secures the red spot, that will be level 5 TC for sure. That will almost be level 5 blade as well. And maybe a nice item like a Category's Pipe of Insight would be really good. Legion Doomhorn, Claws plus 12, Command Aura as well. He gets the Legion Doomhorn, that's insane movement speed for him now. Endurance Aura level 2, together with the Legion Doomhorn, is just such an insane movement speed boost. Also some HP regeneration, which is not too bad, but it's not the best thing really, because it just doesn't help so much in a straight up fight. Then again, I guess it still has quite some value, because he has that Spirit Link, so all of his units are damaged all the time anyway. At least I should be. That's slowly creeping the Blade Master now, so he actually will not be getting the level 5 yet. So no level 3 critical strike for him quite yet, but he will get there soon enough. Now, the hero levels are still quite balanced out. This is just how it should be for Orc against Night Elf, looking at the hero levels. Also the supply numbers for the game to actually be balanced, pretty much. So Remind, actually never mind, I guess I called too early. I thought OrcWorker would be able to finish him off there completely. But this game is not completely over yet, and OrcWorker, he wanted to go for some harassment with the Raiders here, losing one Raider in the process though. I'm surprised that there was not a second Cyclone. Only going for one Cyclone now. Blade wants to get a pick off here. Not quite getting it though. He doesn't want to risk getting mana burn Cyclone, because then he wouldn't have anything to save himself anymore. Because that was his last Windwalk just now. So this game actually is not over yet. Really was calling it too early, I suppose. But still, it's looking good for OrcWorker. He has good items. He has a mana potion on TC as well. It's a level 3 shockwave. So if Remind doesn't get a really good fighting position, he's just gonna get completely raped by the TC. And OrcWorker now, he's starting to look for it. He's not breaking upkeep yet, he just doesn't have the resources for it really. Instead, he's going for the expansion. OrcWorker knows that he's in a good position, and he feels like he's far ahead enough to even get the expansion now while fighting at the same time. Let's see how that works out for him. Invul potion already again on the Blade Master to just get some additional damage output. Missing a lot of hits though, so that's not really working out too well. Two nice shockwaves so far, not the best ones, but still decent ones. And so far it's not really working out for OrcWorker. Remind actually having a nice comeback fight here. OrcWorker even went for a TP, which should give the tell to Remind that OrcWorker is probably getting an expansion, because you don't see Orcs really going for a TP in this matchup unless they go for a heavy base lane, or if they just want to buy time, and if they want to buy time, that's because of an expansion usually. So let's see how Remind reacts to this. I really didn't expect him to still be able to survive after what happened in the middle here. I thought he would still just completely die at that position, but with being able to save the Demon Hunter, it actually didn't matter so much, it seems like. The comeback potential of Night Elf is just insane, like it's so impressive. It's really incredible. Now Remind already scouting for an expansion here with the Druid of the Talon in Crow form. After Cool Beast as well, so he knows about this now. The thing is, so far it was only an investment for OrcWorker and he didn't get anything out of it. Remind is pretty much ready for the fight. Triple heal potion and one heal scroll as well. And OrcWorker only on 160 mana on his TC. He has a mana potion though. But we still have a Blade Master with level 3 critical strike, so should never underestimate that one. But it's 52 against 47 supply. Hero levels are pretty much equal, considering that it's the Orc versus Night Elf matchup. So let's see what OrcWorker can do. Instantly going for the fast invul potion again, trying to get as much damage as possible on the Demon Hunter. Will he be able to keep the answers up though, or will he be able to get staffed out? Answer is gone, there's the staff, he can just staff and teleport in here again if he really wants to. Tinker is in trouble though, and that Tinker might actually get picked off this time. There's the Ensnare, no surround yet, but he doesn't even need it. There's a critical strike, Tinker is dead. So even though Remind went for a nice kind of comeback so far, he just had a perfect fight earlier here with his Angel 4 and a nice positioning. Now the expansion for OrcWorker is running, still not really paying off though, but it's 56 against 45 supply, and gets a nice pickup from the Fairy Dragon as well. Fairy Dragon, I mean. And there we go, it's time for the Demon Hunter to focus again. This time there's no healing potion or invul potion to save him. And if he can chain the Ensnares, that Demon Hunter will die. There's another Ensnare, there's the Shockwave, and this is it. this is it this time for sure. Now I'm not calling too early. OrcWorker is taking this game. GG, good luck next. 2-0 for OrcWorker. Beautifully played by him. And he will meet Sonic in the grand finals.